Hey, what's up, guys? This is Coach Chicks from DFW Penguin Basketball, man. Today, it's a beautiful day outside, so I decided to sit outside on my patio today. You might see hear some of my neighbors, a bunch of extra stuff going on. Today, I want to talk to you guys about having a teammate that you don't like and how to handle that. What are you going to do when you have a teammate that you don't get along with? Now, you cannot get along with this teammate for a bunch of different reasons. It could be you play the same position, it's competition, which normally that's what naturally comes and kicks in. It could be some social stuff where at school y'all have a different group of friends, or not even at school, just period. You have a different group of friends and don't get along, or he or she may be a teammate, or your teammate may be friends with someone that you don't like at school or socially. Another reason could be just, hey, you don't know why this person doesn't like you. And a lot of times you can't figure it out. But in the dynamics of being on the same team, you got to know how to handle this, because this is something that teaches you about life in general. You're going to have coworkers, you're going to have employees, you're going to have bosses or other people around you at work or any type of setting as an adult that you're not going to like. You got to know how to handle it and get things done in a team setting, in a group setting. So let's talk about it. Now, one thing about me, I've had on almost every team I've been on, I've had one or two guys that I didn't get along with. Now, the one thing that sucks is when that teammate is a teammate that, one, may be competing for the same spot or position. Okay, you could be better than them, or they could be better than you. Two, what if this person that you don't get along with is in your starting group or in your group, which means you're in the starting five and you're the wing and this person is your point guard? Ooh, that sucks. Or you're the post and this person is a wing or something. Okay, that's when you really got to worry about how to go about handling this. Okay, two is the one thing that you don't have to worry about too much is a guy, let's say you're a starter or you play a lot of minutes, and this person that you don't get along with is a teammate that doesn't get in the game. Okay, he might just be a practice player or something like that. The only time he can really hurt you is by, at practice, giving you hell at practice or making things harder you at practice during drills or things of that nature, or other things socially that could bother you and carry on the court. But you got to know how to tune that out. Now, I'm just going to give you one or two real quick things that you can do. One, if you have a teammate that you play with that you don't like, okay, off the court, keep that off the court, okay? What I used to like to do is, okay, everything in sports, I think that, honestly, 60% of basketball a vast majority of basketball is psychological, okay? 20% is natural ability, talent, genetics. The other 20% is hard work and with the time you put into it, right? But the rest of it is here, because if you don't have it up here, the other stuff is not going to be able to come together, right? So what I would do with teammates that I didn't like, especially if I didn't like them outside of school, outside of practice, socially, I would be their friend on the court. Meaning, I would communicate with them more than anybody on the court. So what this does to your teammate that doesn't like you is, it sets he or she's mind up to where they understand the dynamics of what's going on, right? Because a lot of times people carry on stuff on the outside to the workplace or to the team or to the group, which in order to get where you want to get, in order to get things work, and the whole main goal is to make the team better and push the team forward, especially if this person brings something to the table that's going to make the team better, you have to work with them. And the way you set this up is by communicating with them and being their friend on the court, talking to them in drills, communicating with them more, giving and taking directions in a polite way, in a teamly fashion. So, for example, let's just say we're doing a fast break drill, or we're going over plays. Okay, now let's say you don't say anything. Like, keep in mind, you don't talk to this person at school, outside of school. You go to a birthday party. This is somebody that you don't get along with. Okay, and all you say is hi and bye to them then, because you know they don't like you. Or you don't like them. Okay, now if this is the tricky part. Now, when you're communicating with this person at practice, let's say you're doing a drill, you might be pushing them. Hey, let's say, for example, this kid's name is Chris. Hey, good play, Chris. Hey, push it, Chris. Chris, run out here with me. Hey, let's go. Good job. Oh, man, that's a nice, good shot. Oh, man, that was a good move, Chris. Right? And you're putting it in his mind that, even though you may not speak to this person outside of practice, you're putting it in his mind that your relationship with him on the court or on the field is A1. You're one of his best buddies, and you're encouraging him on the field. As soon as practice is over, you get in the locker room, nothing. You don't have to like your teammates, but you have to get along with them in the team setting. Okay? Push that person. Talk to that person. Hey, Chris. Hey, I forgot. Even though you may know the play. Hey, Chris, where do I go on this play right here? When you're on the sidelines and we're going through drills or whatever. Hey, what should I do on this? Do you remember what coach said right here? This, that, and the third. And just keep continuing to put this in this person's mind that it's okay to communicate here on the court. Practice it, groups it. Anything off of the court that doesn't have to do with basketball or football or whatever you're playing. Nothing other than hi and bye. Unless it involves, hey, do you remember what time practice is or something like that, or you remember what time study hall or weights is. But a lot of times you don't even need to communicate with that person during that time. Okay? Another thing that you can do. Now, that's the number one thing I recommend. Okay? The other thing you can do, okay, is stay out of this person's way. Period. Okay? Stay out of his way and ignore this person. Now, sometimes you have this teammate that says little things. Let's say you make a bad shot, he might be giggling, he or she may be giggling on the sideline or saying things to other teammates that's discouraging and stuff. Ignore it and just kick their ass and continue to kick ass in practice. Now, this can get tricky sometimes because you may be lined up against this person who play the same position, and it's competitive. Okay, and it could get competitive to the point where you guys get in a skirmish or a fight. Okay, ignore the advances. Keep in mind that coaches know what's going on and they recognize things like this. They recognize you guys aren't getting along, and it's not just competitive. Sometimes they know that. And sometimes you don't have coaches that understand things like that. But like I said, one thing you can definitely do is just ignore it. Ignore them socially, ignore them at practice, and get things done around them, okay, until it's game time. Game time, then you kick it in, and it's teamwork time. You never want to isolate a teammate and to the point where it's going to hinder your team from getting better. If that makes sense. So don't not pass this guy the ball. Don't not help on the play because you don't like him and stuff like that. Because you're hurting everyone else, not just you. You got to remember, it's all about the team goal. Okay? It is all about the team goal. All right? Now, having a teammate that you dislike is one of the worst things in the world like I said, when you have, especially when this teammate is someone that impacts your team and can help your team in many ways, along with yourself, or is a person that maybe he might be your quarterback and you're the receiver, and you dislike him, you know. Um, in certain situations, if the quarterback doesn't like you, he throws bad passes to you. It's making him look bad at the same time. So you got to remember that, you got to do your best at all times. Focus on you, focus on the team. And when you have this bad teammate, you just got to keep pushing. And a lot of times, you can either ignore it or you can combat it head on. Okay, by encouraging them and showing them the total opposite. But make sure you keep that positive side a lot of times for anything related to the team on the court or on the field. Okay, don't get carried away. Now, the tricky part of that is, like I said, sometimes this person will think that you've been encouraging him at practice, during weights, during workout drills, during shooting drills or whatever, during training. And now when you see him socially at school or whatever, he thinks that you're his friend. You shut it down real quick, short. Hey, what's going on, Bobby? Yeah, I'm going to holler at you later. I'll see you at practice. That's it. No, don't go over and be social with him, because if you don't like him, you don't like him. And keep it that way. You don't have to be like friends socially with guys on your team. You just got to get things done. All right, so guys, once again, if you have any questions, make sure you email me at dfwpenguins@gmail.com, penguinhoopstv@gmail.com, or hit me on Instagram at penguinhoops. That's pretty much it, and I'll see you guys later, man.